BCExtremeOutdoorsman. Well, I am outside today. As you can see, I have the solar 470 out, and I want to show you something new that I have on here. Check out that, guys. That is the new Tohatsu 6040 4-stroke 2024 motor that I purchased. It still comes with the medium pump. I haven't switched over to the polyurethane foot yet. It does have power trim here and here. It's still a 3-cylinder, so I should retain most of my fuel mileage, I hope. And if you're wondering if a Yamaha and a Tohatsu have the same bolt pattern, they do. They both are bolted right, well, this bolted right up to the Yamaha's bolt pattern, which was nice. Got the new fuel lines here. So what I'm going to do with this thing now, I am going to put some fuel stabilizer in it and run it. I've never had this thing running yet. I did put oil in it. So that's what I'm going to do now. And then, who knows, maybe today or tomorrow, I'll put the poly foot back on. And I'll also install this here, which I can't even get it out right now. It's stuck in there. The polished impeller right here. And back there is the polyurethane foot. But to do that, I'll have to do what I did with the Yamaha. Remove these studs and put the longer studs in so it will work. So right now I'm going to remove this bolt. Here I'm going to plug in the apparatus to plug in the garden hose. And I'm going to have to get my garden hose out, which I didn't want to do, but I don't want to leave this thing not winterized. It's brand new. It's got 0 hours on it. It has been run where I purchased it. And where did I purchase it, you say? And I looked all over. I got it from Heartland Marine Motorsports. They're in Eskern, Alberta, I believe it is. And there's their number there. If you want to get a hold of them, get a hold of Dan. He's great to deal with. He had 2 of these at the time. And at the time, that was the only place anywhere in BC, Alberta that had any. They're really hard to find. So if you find one and you want one, I suggest you just bite the bullet and buy one like I did. Still got the Yamaha back there. I do have a guy that's interested in it, but as of for now, it's still for sale. But kind of the wrong season to sell it. But I'll take the. I don't know if I can do it in one hand. So here's the motor. Like I said, a 3-cylinder. There's the lifting eye up there. Yeah, and it's got oil in it. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get out my hose. I got to turn my water back on because I had it off already for winter. And then I'll fire this thing up and I'll let you guys listen to her. All right, everyone, it's a moment of truth. I pumped the ball and you can see the fuel going into the little float thing there. So check the oil. Oil's good. I guess now you start it. The beeps, the neutral. Give it a little gas up here. Like we're running good. I got the little hose there for cooling water. I'll just let it run for about 10 minutes. Checked the oil already, and because I topped it up last time when I put the engine on. But sounds good. Let it run for a little bit here. check the tilt. I had troubles with the tilt when I first got it. Didn't want to work. So we've got 3 lights there: oil pressure, temperature, and low voltage. And I think there's a buzzer that goes along with it. There's other safety features on here as well that will warn me, different beep sequences and stuff like that. I think it even tells me when I need to change my oil after so many hours. But I am going to put an hour meter on this thing. I'm only going to run this for like 10 minutes today, just to get the fuel stabilizer running through the system. But that's the Tohatsu. This one actually has an air screen. The Yamaha had nothing. Still a 3-cylinder, like I said, medium pump. There's an emergency rope that you can take this cowling off and start it if the battery dies. Okay, I have lots of room on the adjustable transom, so if you look, I might just go up to that hole, and then I'm thinking this piece will fit in there perfectly, and the motor it'll act like a shim. The motor will have something to kind of ride on, other than just depending on the bolts. Maybe it'd be better to stick a piece of aluminum in there. That would probably be a better thing to do. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah. So yeah, just gonna run this for a little bit longer. Sounds good. Okay, what it said in the manual for winterizing is this is the evap tube, and it takes a little 8mm wrench here. Open this and you drain that empty. Now just to show you, that's how much fuel I got out of it. So a little bit, and then it says to fill it back up with stabilized fuel. So I'm going to run this thing again. I'll got to hook the fuel back up and then pump the ball, and then we'll start it up and run it for about 5 more minutes. Okay, I pumped the ball till it got hard. Now I am going to start the motor. Make sure there's no leaks, make sure I got this tight. Looks good. So I'm just gonna run it for about another 10 minutes, maybe 5. And then it'll be winterized with stabilized fuel. When I pumped the ball, I wasn't sure if it would be hard right off the bat, but it obviously did refill that evaporator area in here with fluid. So all I'm going to do now, let it run for another 10 minutes, shut the fuel off, and then I might, it's nice enough out today that I might change my poly foot. So I'll take this foot off, I'll leave the new liner in this one, and I'll add my stainless steel impeller, which is still in good shape, and then I got to pull out the studs. If you've seen me do that before, check out my other video on the Yamaha, and I'll Loctite them in with medium Loctite, and then I'll check my gap between the liner and the impeller, and then I will tighten her up, and that'll be that. So when it's done, I will show you guys how it looks. Okay, that's going to be it for winterizing. So say goodnight to the Tohatsu 6040 until 2024. Nighty night. Well, good morning, everybody. It's the next day after I had the motor running and winterized it. I also got energetic and thought I would put on the poly foot, installed the stainless steel impeller. And I just want to say that was a job in itself, because I had to remove these studs and Tohatsu factory decided to use Red Loctite to put those in, and they were sealed in there like crazy. There's so much Red Loctite that I knew it was Red Loctite because I could see it oozing out from when they put in the studs. Now, Red Loctite is for permanent mounting. These aren't permanent. Come on, guys, give your head a shake. So I had to heat the shit out of them with a torch, and luckily I got them out without damaging the threads in the pump. And I installed the steel studs, which I recommend. I'm not going to use stainless anymore. I think even on here, as you can see, these are stainless steel and adjustable transom. I'm going to get rid of those and use the coated ones like I am here, because they can gall so easily and then you are screwed. And that happened to me already, and I'm not going to let it happen again. So that's pretty much it. Polyfoot is on. Motor is all winterized. As you can see, what I want to do now is, you can see this little space here. I know it's really dark. I'm working on the lighting. It's not going too good. But I want to put like a strip across here, attach it to the motor, so there's a little weight on the motor on the top rather than just being held on the sides. So I might even, you can see that hole there is almost lined up. I might go to that hole, which would move it up a little bit, and then I could fit a 3/8 strip of poly in there. So that's that. So thanks for watching this video. Can't wait till spring to get this thing out on the river. It's going to be a blast. She's going to rip. I'm also going to get some of these external brackets, transom supports in the inside. That's in the works, and that's going to be coming soon. And then after that, there's nothing else I need to do this thing, I hope, other than finish adjusting the height. Oh, and I want to put a strip. I want to fill this in on the tunnel extension. So another thing I'm going to do, I got a piece here, but I'm going to wait to do that as well to see once I get the motor mounted where I want it. I'll have to remove the transom support there. So right now, as you see, it's got to come down probably 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch. But and as I do that, I'm going to switch these out. I'm not going to use stainless steel anymore. So that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, hit the notifications button so you don't miss the future content, and take care, everybody, and be safe. One more thing I want to say is I just broke 4,000 subscribers. Thank you guys very much for that. Really appreciate it. Now let's go for 40,000. Just a small wish. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Be safe.